Well, howdy, 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 nearly senior citizen here. Greetings, boys and girls, and welcome to this, me putting a hamster on my shoulder. Yes, and once again, it is Booga Booga Boogle. Her full name, of course, is just Boogle, but it's alliterative, and so I stick with Booga Booga Boogle. I didn't change her out this morning. I woke up late. There's some stuff that happened last night, and I got fairly well dabbed with THC oil dabs, and so I slept well, and it was like close to 5:30 before I woke up. And I've been spending a lot of time in the comments and Twitter and stuff this morning, so I'm a bit late. It's 7:15 a.m. and it is hamster o'clock. It is 7:15, well 14 on a Friday, the 11th of May, and here is cute little Boogle. She is an absolute little sweetie, and it's a good thing. Couple things I wanted to talk about. One was what happened last night, but first, if I can remember, I'll try and hit all these things. Some of the stuff I just wanted to mention as an aside because it's just been happening. I used to read, and I still do, but not as obsessively, the website cracked.com, and it had a bunch of people on it that I really came to enjoy reading, and so really enjoyed watching and reading, not just reading, because they also had a video department. It's been about a year since they made a video because they chopped off most of their staff from crack.com, the owners, so they haven't even been able to make video lately. But I've been following on Twitter a lot of the people who were on Cracked. You know, as I've been finding them, I've been following them. In some cases, it's been disappointing. In one case, there was Josh Sargent, who I read and I thought was good, but when he was making videos, was making them all by his little lonesome. And I found out afterward he's kind of physically abusive and sexually abusive, and I'm just making sure I'm centered because I'm funny that way, but just altogether unpleasant. And so it was like, oh. And so I talked with some of the people who've had to deal with him and offered my support and unfollowed him. And it's like, oh, no, I can't even follow that. I don't like that sort of thing. I didn't suffer abuse as an adult, but I suffered sexual abuse as a kid, and no, abusive people, no. So that was very disappointing, but everyone else has been pretty cool. And in fact, excuse me, I've been commenting on a lot of other columnists' things. And some of the people I've been really getting involved with just in conversations. And one of them, I'm not going to give any names out because that's not important, but it's just he's a huge columnist and that he's writing all the time. And I've been just talking to him with an end game of I don't know, but it was just mostly, I guess, I wanted to start commenting and talking on a lot of these crack columnist Twitter things just to see if I could get them to acknowledge I exist. And now I did so, and I've actually gotten the people that were columnists are starting to like my comments. In some cases, they're commenting back, and it's like, so I don't know what my end game is, aside from I'm just reaching out to people that I admire and seeing what I can say. And in the case of this one person, he's just writing so much. One of my last comments was just, you have got a raging fire in your belly, and that is so cool. I had to write when I was younger. I had a manual typewriter. So I was typing by putting pieces of paper into the typewriter and striking the physical keys so they went whap, 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 whap up against the ink ribbon. And I was writing 10 to 20, 30 pages a day. Sometimes only a line or two on a page, sometimes half a page, sometimes a full page, but I had to write. Now, unfortunately, I largely extinguished the fire in my belly with alcohol. I still have some embers in the ashes, and the thing about embers and ashes is with proper care, I could bring that fire roaring back. But for right now, because I make videos and I do a bunch of stuff, I'm moderately content keeping the ashes just alive and just not letting them go out. I'm not working on bringing the fire up any more than it is right now. I still think about stories. There's stuff I want to work on. I've got some novels I'd like to write, but for right now. But so for this person, that is amazing. You have got that fire in your belly. I used to have it, and then I explained once what I just said there, and then it said, it is so cool watching somebody else who has that raging fire. And so it's like, I get comments back on stuff like that now with just these people, and it's good, and I'm glad. It is very nice. And in fact, in one case, one of the columnists actually just this morning followed me back on Twitter. And my first feeling was, on the one hand, it's like, yeah, that's really cool. And on the other hand, it's like, oh, I am so sorry you followed me. Oh, I am sorry. I hope I don't disappoint you too much and too quickly. I am rarely insightful. I am not funny very often. I am pedantic and overbearing. I just hope I don't disappoint them too quickly. It is cool though, and I'm very glad. If I could get the fire burning back in my belly and maybe sell a few pieces of actual writing online through some of this, but that's not even my point. I'm just doing that because I admired these people and I liked them a lot, and I'm glad to be reading their work. And it was just a little effort to kind of reach out. Be part of other people's lives than just my own. So thumbs up on that. And it's been working. That's good. I'm connecting with people. That's rather awesome. And in fact, that was the other thing that I wanted to say. The big change. I went and talked with my therapist yesterday. We didn't talk about a lot of deep things. But I just explained how it's, I'm not, I'm not cowering. I've explained what I've said here, where I'm not hiding in here. I'm making videos now because I want to make videos. I'm not hiding from the world because it's scary anymore. And he said, you're doing things right. And then he said something that amazed me. He just said out of the blue when he was talking about this, that, and the other, he said, and that's why you're going to live forever. And he said, because you are curious. You're always trying to learn new things. Just out of the blue, he said that. I ain't gonna live forever. But he backed that up with, they have found that the people that do live the longest, that do not die of disease and all this stuff because of the mind-body connection, are those people that are curious, open, always wanting to see new things, learn new things. An open mind helps keep your body alive. I got a heck of an open mind, and I like that. I try to keep an open mind on as much as everything as I possibly can, because I just found the world is so much more fun that way. Closing your mind off, closing your eyes, blinking yourself, and shuttering things away so that you can only see what you've had in the past. Nostalgia is powerful. I mean, that's why there's this huge 80s thing going on right now. Nostalgia is powerful, and it has a powerful grip on our brains, and it colors everything that we look at the future. But it's not the future. Nostalgia is not what we're walking toward. Nostalgia is looking back at what we're walking away from. And that's not always bad, because without progress, you have stagnation and death. And so, learning, doing good things, well, not doing good things, but learning, keeping your mind open, keeping an open mind, very important. It is very, very sunny. I'm going to get a migraine from that bloody light coming right into my eyes. I got to get, that was bright, looking right into it. Well, and it was bright because I looked right into it, and it's the sun, but I got a big curtain thing. I got to finally tape or do something to get it up on my curtain rod there. There's no parts of the mechanisms, it's just a rod, and so I've got curtains but nothing to hook on the rod, and so I'm going to tape it or do something because this is just, it's painful. Yay. But afterward, after talking to my therapist, I did something that I haven't done in a very, very long time. I walked into a store afterward, and I didn't slink into the store like I normally do, because for the past 4 years and some, I have been easing through life, trying to be as invisible as possible, to affect people in as little ways as possible, to just slide in, slide out, not be seen, and then vanish. And that's not a good way to live. But when I walked into that store yesterday, I didn't slink into that store. I strode into that store. I had my head held high. One of the people behind the counter said, "Good morning," and put out his hand, and I fist bumped him, and it was good. I strode through there. I wasn't slinking and trying to hide, and when I left, I walked out, head held high. I took up space, and I wasn't trying to be invisible. It was such a good feeling. It was nice. I'm giving myself a pat on the front, since I can't reach my back all that well. You know, I can't do it at all this way, so I had to do it that way. But it's easier. Pat on the front. Somebody has to say these things wrong. Metaphors, I believe it was. Just as a quick aside, they're talking about a metaphor is when you take like two metaphors or two such and mix them together. You know, like, you know, we'll burn that bridge when we get to it. That sort of thing. Those are metaphors. Oh gosh, what else was I going to be talking about? Because there was something moderately important. But of course, I can't remember any of what it is. Oh, no, yeah. It's last night with my housemates. It was an interesting talk. I mean, it was nice. It was very, very nice because for months, I have been feeling like an intruder in my own home. That sort of thing. And then last night I was kind of unsure what the night was going to be like because they were laughing and talking, and I went downstairs to go to the bathroom and they went quiet again like they often do. What'll happen is I'll hear them laughing and talking. I'll go downstairs, silence as they say, and just sit there, and then when I come back up here they'll start talking and laughing again. That seemed like it was going to be going on again, but when I came out they said, "Hey, we got a dab for you." And then from there, it went good. They talked. We had a nice talk. I got oil dabs. They drank beer, and that's good. That's fine. I don't mind if they do that. I mean, if other people want to drink alcohol, please do. Just because I'm an alcoholic, a recovering alcoholic, doesn't mean you shouldn't drink alcohol if you want to drink alcohol. And I have enough control that when they get beer in the house, that's their beer. I'm not going to touch their stuff. I've got a sense of morals and ethics that will not let me steal other people's stuff. So no matter what, their alcohol is safe. And so I got them beers because I was close to the fridge. You know, one of them would ask the other, and it's like, "Oh, I'm there." So I just grabbed stuff for them. And like, you don't want one? It's like, no, I'm good. But they apologized for... Well, in fact, he had actually even said, you know, it's like, "I'm sorry, I've been a dick lately." And I was like, well, yeah, but he's been really, really sick with bronchitis, and she's been doing a lot of stuff, and you know, it was a nice talk. We had a good talk, and things went well. And when I went to bed, I was out because I got oil dabbed, and it was good. THC oil is good, and that's a very good thing. Especially when you get the really good stuff that's like 90% THC. Now, THC, you don't want to get just THC. THC by itself is a very unpleasant high. And in fact, you want to mix it with all the other cannabinoids in there because it's the gestalt that works, that makes you feel the way you do and gives you pain control, which in my case is why I use cannabis. But it's just the whole thing. They found drug users have tried to synthesize using the single molecule drug, which is what we do. It's single molecule. They condense everything down to just the one molecule that does the trick. That doesn't work with cannabis. It's the gestalt. It's all the cannabinoids working as a whole that give the full effect, because THC as single molecule drug is extremely unpleasant. It comes on fast, it comes on hard, and it is a very unpleasant high. So it's not a good drug by itself. You need all the other cannabinoids with it to make it into the miracle thing that it is. That's the one thing that we really don't understand altogether about making drugs and plant life and all that, because we can't even make artificial food yet, because it's the bioflavonoids and all that, the little tiny parts that are considered useless but those are the parts that our bodies need. They're not useless. Thumbs up. But now, I've opened up 24 hours worth of comments on my community tab before I even started recording. And I'm going to go through and thank 20 to 25 people for having left me comments. Thank you, each and every one of you, for having done so. It is greatly appreciated. It is a range of 20 to 25 because even though I count American Sign Language on the fingers of my left hand with my fibro, brain damage from alcoholism, widower brain, and depression, I get lost. If I mispronounce a username, no disrespect is intended. I'm an American English speaker, and the only thing we're really good is being arrogant and destroying the world. Oh, and killing endangered animals. And of course, I'm not reading the comments right now. I am just thanking people for having left me a comment. Good comment, bad comment, indifferent comment. Thank you for having left a comment. That is what is important. So, I'm going to go through now. Calling up Chrome and Tang P. Thank you very, very much. And Slep. Some of your people's usernames. Cool. And Dank Memes, greatly appreciated. Caitlin Clark, thumbs up and thank you. Marvoosh, is that the way it's pronounced, or is it Marvoosh H? Or, I have no idea, but thank you very, very much. And thank you so much for recording all that stuff for the Fallout New Vegas thing. I'd forget it all without that help. Thank you. And then we have Cricket Man. Thank you very, very much. And Merman Sushi. Thank you very, very much. Jacob the Jula. Thank you very, very much. Paladin Walium. I sure hope I'm close. Thank you very, very much. David Ganger, thumbs up and thank you. Gindisi, greatly appreciated. Bricks from Mars, greatly appreciated. Thumbs up and thank you. Redhead Update, heck of a name too. Thumbs up and thank you. And then there is Mary Adichie. I sure hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly. I have no ideas. I sure hope. And Mr. Squidward, thank you very, very much. And, ooh, Go Away, thank you very, very much. Gog Magog, I like the name just because of that. And Fat Pony Studio, thank you very, very much. Alex Merritt, greatly appreciated. Wrench, and then an asterisk, thank you. And then we have Brian Glenn, greatly appreciated. And Ken Chiang, I sure hope it is, thank you very, very much. And Mary Thathor 2, thumbs up and thank you. Nate Hammond, I sure hope I'm close. And then last but not least, George Bonas. Thank you very, very much. Each and every one of you, as stated, you get me out of my head, into the world, dealing with real people. That's important. That's why I started my channel. After my wife died, I was trapped inside of my head and I was dying. I was drifting away. I was losing weight. I was sitting in a chair and doing nothing for 18 hours a day, just waiting for the day to end so I could go to bed so it would be over. In terror, I reached out to YouTube as a lifeline to get me out of my head. And it worked. I'm still here. I'm still alive and doing better than ever now. Thank you all so very, very much for coming with me on this daily journey of exploration. It is appreciated. I have to talk. Without talking, I'm stuck. My brain does not work. Thank you very, very much. And if you could check out my links, praying mantis position. You can check out my links. I have Twitter, Facebook, GoFundMe, Patreon.com, Google+. If you could donate to my GoFundMe campaign or become a Patreon.com patron, like one of these beautiful and awesome people, that would be beautiful and awesome. But if you cannot donate or you simply do not donate, I do take all good wishes. I deposit them in the bank of my heart where I draw interest, so thank you very, very much. And if you could toss me a like, I do appreciate all the positive validation I get from my existence. Definitely a thumbs up. And if you can subscribe to the channel, that would be cool. I would understand if you don't want to, but if you are down with it, I will do my best to keep you entertained from now until, well, the very day I die. I plan on live streaming from my deathbed. Hopefully someone will come in to turn off the camera after I kick off so you don't have to watch me rot for a couple weeks. I also have a wish list, Amazon wish list. If you can check out the links down below. My thanks. Oh my gosh. I got the BRITA actual filter, a pitcher down in my refrigerator now for pouring water through the filter. Oh my God, it is awesome. I love that thing. It is cool. Thank you so very, very much. And if you could check out well, I'm partnered with Humble Bundle. If you could buy something from them, eventually I'll be a paid sponsor. That'd be nice. But if you don't want to, or you can't, don't worry about it. But if you can, it'd be cool. I'm going to try to have a reaction video, try to have a game video for this channel, try to have a game video for my other channel, try to have a God of War video. So you take care. Have a great day today. I will see you on the flip side. And that, my friend, is a very good thing.